The US and China, the world's two largest economies, are locked in a trade war. This conflict has far-reaching consequences. It impacts global trade, investment, and economic growth. The trade war began in 2018. The US imposed tariffs on Chinese goods. The goal was to protect American jobs and industries. China retaliated with tariffs of its own. The trade war has escalated in recent years. Tariffs have increased significantly. This has led to higher prices for consumers and businesses. The trade war has also created uncertainty in the global economy. This uncertainty has made it difficult for businesses to plan for the future. The trade war is a complex issue with no easy solutions. Both sides have dug in their heels. Negotiators have struggled to find common ground. The trade war is likely to continue for the foreseeable future. This will have a significant impact on the global economy. The trade war is about more than just economics. It is also about geopolitics and national pride. The US wants to maintain its position as the world's leading superpower. China wants to challenge that position. The trade war is a symptom of this larger competition. The global luxury goods market is worth billions of dollars. Consumers around the world pay high prices for designer handbags, clothing, and accessories. But what many consumers don't know is that a significant portion of these luxury goods are actually made in China. Factories in China produce goods for some of the world's most famous luxury brands. These factories are often located in industrial cities. These cities are home to skilled workers and a robust manufacturing infrastructure. The factories in China are able to produce high-quality goods at a fraction of the cost of manufacturing in developed countries. The use of Chinese factories by luxury brands is not a new phenomenon. However, it has become increasingly controversial in recent years. This is due in part to the escalating trade war between the US and China. Some consumers are uncomfortable with the idea that the luxury goods they are buying are made in China. They worry about the working conditions in Chinese factories. They also worry about the possibility of counterfeiting. In a surprising turn of events, China has begun to expose the fact that many luxury brands manufacture their goods in the country. This revelation has sent shockwaves through the global luxury industry. It has also raised questions about China's motives. Some analysts believe that China is using the luxury goods scandal as a weapon in the trade war. By exposing the fact that many luxury brands rely on Chinese manufacturing, China is hoping to undermine the reputation of these brands. This could lead to decreased demand for their products. This could hurt the bottom line of these companies. Others believe that China is simply trying to protect its own interests. China is home to a growing middle class. This middle class is increasingly interested in buying luxury goods. By exposing the fact that many luxury brands manufacture their goods in China, the Chinese government may be trying to encourage its citizens to buy from Chinese brands instead. Whatever China's motives, the exposure of the luxury goods scandal is a significant development. It remains to be seen how this will play out in the long run. It is certain to have a major impact on the global luxury goods market. It could also have implications for the trade war between the US and China. The US and China have engaged in a tit-for-tat tariff war. Each side has imposed tariffs on billions of dollars worth of goods. These tariffs are taxes on imported goods. They make imported goods more expensive for consumers and businesses. The US has imposed tariffs on a wide range of Chinese goods. These goods include electronics, machinery, and clothing. China has retaliated by imposing tariffs on US goods. These goods include agricultural products, automobiles, and chemicals. The tariffs have had a significant impact on both economies. They have increased prices for consumers and businesses. They have also disrupted supply chains. This has led to job losses and slower economic growth. The tariffs are a major point of contention in the trade war. Both sides have shown little willingness to back down. The tariffs are likely to remain in place for the foreseeable future. Section 5, China's Arsenal, Rare Earth and Treasury Bonds. China has a number of economic weapons at its disposal in the trade war. These weapons include rare earth elements and US Treasury bonds. China is the world's leading producer of rare earth elements. These elements are essential for the production of a wide range of products. These products include electronics, magnets, and lasers. China could restrict exports of rare earth elements to the US. This would cripple a number of US industries. It would also give China a significant bargaining chip in trade negotiations. China is also a major holder of US Treasury bonds. These bonds are essentially loans to the US government. China could sell off its holdings of US Treasury bonds. This would flood the market with bonds. This could drive down their price. This would lead to higher interest rates in the US. This would hurt the US economy. China has not yet used rare earth elements or US Treasury bonds as weapons in the trade war. However, these remain potential options for China. The US is well aware of this. This is a factor in US decision-making. Section 6. Social media erupts. Chinese consumers react. The exposure of the luxury goods scandal has sparked a firestorm on Chinese social media. Chinese netizens have taken to platforms like Weibo and WeChat to express their outrage. They are mocking American consumers for overpaying for luxury goods made in China. Some social media users have called for a boycott of luxury brands that manufacture their goods in China. Others have urged Chinese consumers to support domestic brands instead. The Chinese government has sought to control the narrative surrounding the luxury goods scandal. Censors have deleted some social media posts that are critical of the government's handling of the issue. State-run media outlets have downplayed the significance of the scandal. They have emphasized the importance of supporting domestic brands. The Chinese government is walking a fine line. It wants to appease public anger over the luxury goods scandal, but it does not want to stifle economic growth. The government's response to the scandal will be closely watched. Section 7. Luxury's uncertain future, shifting sands in the global market. The luxury goods industry is facing an uncertain future. The trade war between the US and China is disrupting global supply chains, leading to higher prices for consumers. The exposure of the luxury goods scandal has damaged the reputation of some brands, making some consumers less willing to pay a premium for their products. In response to these challenges, luxury brands are exploring new ways to adapt. Some brands are shifting production out of China to other countries in an attempt to avoid tariffs and reduce their reliance on Chinese manufacturing. Other brands are focusing on selling directly to consumers online, trying to bypass traditional retail channels and build stronger relationships with their customers. The luxury goods industry is in a state of flux. Only time will tell how these challenges will reshape the industry. One thing is certain: luxury brands will need to be agile and innovative to survive and thrive in the years to come. Section 8. Beyond the bottom line, the broader economic impact. The trade war between the US and China is having a profound impact on the global economy. The tariffs imposed by both countries have increased prices for consumers and businesses, leading to slower economic growth. The trade war has also disrupted global supply chains, forcing businesses to find new suppliers and leading to job losses. The International Monetary Fund, or IMF, has warned that the trade war is a threat to global economic stability. The IMF has urged the US and China to resolve their differences through negotiation. The IMF has also warned that the trade war could lead to a global recession. The trade war is a major source of uncertainty in the global economy. Businesses are hesitant to invest and hire new workers, and consumers are cutting back on spending. This uncertainty is weighing on economic growth. The trade war is a complex issue with far-reaching consequences, and it is likely to continue to have a significant impact on the global economy for years to come. Section 9. The long game. China's strategic vision. China's actions in the trade war are part of a broader strategic vision. China wants to become the world's leading economic power. It is investing heavily in its own economy and seeking to expand its influence around the world. China's Belt and Road Initiative is a prime example of this strategy. The Belt and Road Initiative is a massive infrastructure project that aims to connect China to other countries in Asia, Africa, and Europe. It is seen as a way for China to increase its economic and political influence. China's economic rise has been nothing short of remarkable. It is now the world's second-largest economy and a major player in global trade and investment. China's growing economic might is challenging the US's position as the world's leading superpower. The trade war between the US and China is a symptom of this larger competition. The trade war is likely to continue for the foreseeable future and will have a major impact on the global economy.